What's up, guys? Real quick here at the beginning of this video, to my regular subscribers, the ECU was here. I promise the ECU was here. I'll throw up some pictures right now. It was here. The tuner was going to put a base tune on it, and as soon as he opened it up, he realized that it was for an Eclipse. They sent us the wrong one. So he sent it back to AEM. AEM promised that they'll send us out the right one as soon as possible. So it should be here. It's probably here by the time you're watching this video, honestly. But I do need some help on these shift bushings. I upgraded to solid shift bushings, and I just, you'll see. You're about to see right now. I ran into some problems. I have no idea what's going on. I don't know if I'm overlooking something. I know there's a good chunk of you guys that actually have these cars and have done a lot of this stuff to them. So if one of you guys have upgraded to solid bushings on your shift linkage, see if you see something that I'm missing. I could not get it to line up. But like I said, the ECU will be here. I promise. So here's me struggling to do shift linkage bushings. These copper bushings are going to go in to replace these rubber ones. You see those cheap plastic rubbery ones? I'm going to replace those with these copper ones. Let me get this all apart and I'll walk you through it the best I can. What I think is going to be the easiest, just disconnect these from the transmission, right? Like disconnect that right there, disconnect that one, and then just unbolt it from the transmission and bring them up here so you can work on them. So that's what I'm going to do. Just those 3 bolts right there. 1, 2, 3. And then you got to take these cotter keys out. Alright, I got those cotter keys out of there. Okay, I actually lied. You only need to take out 2, either these top 2 or these bottom 2, because that bracket actually splits into 2 pieces. I didn't even see that one earlier. Now, I don't really know yet. I don't think you're going to need a press to get these out. You might need to use like a ball joint tool. You see that? Mine just completely fell apart. Just pushed straight out. Definitely not supposed to do that, but whatever. Now, I don't know how easy this one's going to come out. So this one's not weared out as much. It is just like rubbery plastic. You can definitely just push it through, I think. I don't think the old one's split into 2 pieces. Like, look, let me get you a new one and show you. See how these new ones split into 2 pieces? So they'll just go in like this. And snap in place. Yeah, if yours are in good shape, like this top one, it's gonna be a pain. I don't know how I'm gonna get that out yet. I think I recorded that first one. The second one was definitely harder because it didn't fall apart. I tried C-clamps. I tried a bunch of different clamps with sockets. I put like a big socket on one end and then like a small socket on the other, trying to push it into the socket. It really wasn't working out. The best way I found to do it was just socket, get something like 12 mil, something small enough to fit in that hole, and then just push it through. I literally just sat there like that and pushed it through and it popped out. So now that that happened, I'm gonna screw this bracket back onto the transmission. I'm pretty sure I showed you once, these copper bushings break apart. Just break them apart, then put them in there, and then that kit comes with new keys. Comes with new cotter keys. So put these in there. Dude, that's so much nicer. So much tighter fitting. That's so much nicer of a bushing than these. These things were so clapped out. And then these ones go on the shifter itself in the car. I'm going to show you how to do that today too. There's the new copper bushings up front. We got to take the whole center console pretty much apart to do these ones. I think you can pretty much do this without taking the center console out. Yeah, see, on my car it's going to be easy because this is like held together with wishes, because the kid that had this before me kind of just hacked it all up. I don't know if your rubber around your leather around your shifter will come out as easy as mine just did. I think they all do. It looks like this just held in with tabs. Now the easiest thing to do would be to get this whole center console out of the way, but I'm going to try to do it without doing that. Those silver ones are supposed to go right there to help hold this base in place, but I don't think I'm going to do those right now. My base is not moving at all. Let me get a screwdriver so I can point and show you. Those metal bushings can go into there. You'll take that one out, one up there, right there. And then there's one over here. Now they replaced the rubber that hold this whole bracket to the body. So instead of rubber holding this bracket and the rubber moving the whole bracket, but something's going on because I cannot get this to go in any of the top gears. There's third. It will not go in the first. It'll go in the fifth, but it won't go in the first or third. You guys ever just need a vacation? What is bound up? I don't know what's bound up in there. Everything seems to be fine. I don't know why it won't go in the first Or third now. Why is it popping out of first gear? I don't know, maybe I got one of these twisted around. Take one of these keys back out. Dude, nothing's held up on any of these cables. Let me try to set the camera in here and see if I can see where it's binding up at. Alright, let me go move the shifter, see if I can see why it doesn't want to go in the first. Yeah, first, it does not want to go in the first. It's like bound up. Second, third, it kind of goes in, but it kind of kicks itself back out. Yeah, first it just kicks me out of first. What's going on? Well, let's watch the footage. I don't know why it's kicking me out of first gear. It's not running into anything. I don't understand. First is all the way back. It just keeps kicking me out of first gear. What in the f is going on? Yeah, it's like it does not want to go. Let me take this back out. It's like it does not want to go back far enough. Like the cable won't let it come back far enough. It's in first now, and now the cable won't line up. There's first. Maybe this linkage on this shifter is bent on the transmission, because once it's in first, I cannot get this. This bushing will not go on now that the car is in first. What am I doing stupid? Someone please tell me. There's no way I got the cables in backwards, right? They're not bound up anywhere. This car's shift is fine. It's like the arm on the transmission's bent and the copper bushing won't allow the cable to move with it. Yeah, now I'm running into the same problem. Dude, it's almost like I don't have the cables in the right spot. Dude, I'm telling you, this car would not go into first gear. Leave it down in the comments if you guys are seeing something that I'm overlooking. Why would this not go into first gear? I put the old rubber plastic bushing back in. I'm pretty sure it just went right into first too. Why would the bushings not let me go into first gear? Someone that's smarter than me explain why it will not shift in the first with a new copper bushing, but it shifts in the first fine with the old plastic bushing. Look, watch, first gear. Goes right in. It feels good, actually. Oh, the bushing's ready to fall out. You guys see that thing that the pin's mounted to on the transmission, that whole bracket? Maybe that's bent downwards because it still isn't like lined up right. Like it'll go into first now. It's almost like the shifter wants to sit up here. And then for me to get it into first, I have to force the cable down. Once I take it off, the shifter comfortably wants to sit up here. And then when I push it down, it's like not right. It's almost like this whole cable is not where it's supposed to be. If I have the transmission in first, look, the transmission right now is in first gear. The transmission itself. I cannot get it to go onto the shifter with these copper bushings in. It just does not want to line up. Let me see how it feels without this top piece on real quick. Yeah, see, it goes in the first now with just the bottom copper on. It's the top. Like, once it's actually locked in straight up and down, this whole linkage doesn't even want to sit on there. When I move it, it's always sitting up at the top, like it wants to come off. Dude, this pin on this transmission is bent. It's gotta be. I'm gonna hit this thing. I'm not doing anything to it. There's no way I can even get a swing in there. Heat this up and bend this, I think. I don't have any idea what else to do. I'm not gonna do that right now. Leave down in the comments if you guys are ran into this problem. It works fine with the old bushings in because the old bushings are bent to the way that that arm is bent. Okay, I took that all back apart. You see that little bracket right there? Been bending on it. I think it's still bent this way a little bit. I don't understand how that happened. So I must have like stepped on this or something. But I've been putting this pipe from the jack in there. Bending it. It's kind of needs to come up. It needs to come up and that way, I think. I think the pin itself needs to go towards the driver's side now. That one really moved it. Should just use pliers from the beginning, huh? Alright, let me put this all back together and see if it works. I don't know, I still think it needs to come up more. I don't know how that bracket got this bent. See, it doesn't still want to like snap into the upper gears. Second, fourth, reverse. Everything snaps in. The lower gears snap in. As soon as you go to go up, it's like it doesn't really. That's first. You see how like sharp that is at an angle? It's almost like that whole thing should be more up here. Oh, and you know why it's even working right now? It's because I never tightened these bolts up. I'm actually starting to wonder if this is even supposed to be on there, this second bracket. I'm going to try it without that other bracket on there and see if it lines up better. Okay, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what's wrong at all. I took this bracket off. I don't even know if this bracket's supposed to be on there. It like pretty much just steps the shift linkage up. I took that off. First, second, third, fourth gets a little sticky. Fifth, it doesn't want to go into really anymore now. Yesterday, which you guys probably just seen. I was having a problem with it going in the first. It didn't want to go in the first. Now it goes in the first, great. First, second, third, fourth, it gets a little sticky. Fifth, I have to like lean into it. Whatever, all I need is second and third anyways. Maybe fourth every now and then. I don't know, it's staying like that for now. I'm gonna save that bracket and those old bushings. Please tell me how it's supposed to go. I know there's a handful of you guys that will actually know. This bracket, like I said, was on there and it made this whole thing step up, what, a good 1.5 inches, and I could not get this car to go in the first gear. I bent that bracket up a little bit thinking that was the problem, because every time I wanted to go in the first gear, this line would just pop off if I didn't have that clip in. Like the shifter was way too low. I'm sure you guys seen the footage from yesterday. So I was trying to bend that up, but I really couldn't bend it up that much, and I was scared I was gonna break it. I bent it up just a little bit. Maybe that wasn't bent at all, and this bracket's not even supposed to be on there. There's been stranger things on this car. Like the guy before me might have put this on for some reason. I have no idea. There's definitely been stranger that has happened on this car. So let me know, please, if that bracket's supposed to be on there. All right, boys. That's pretty much the end of this video. Leave down in the comments if you see something that I'm overlooking, or if you ran into a similar problem. I just, yeah, I'm sure I could probably look it up and then just edit it and make it look like everything went perfect like every other YouTuber. But I've always showed you guys all the struggles and all the mistakes I've made before, so why change it now? Just, let me know what you guys think about those shift bushings. Like I said at the beginning, the ECU was here. It should be here by the time you're seeing this video. Hopefully this thing is running and driving next video. I can't 100% promise you that, but everything should be here by the time you're seeing this video. It's supposed to be here Monday morning by 9 a.m. is what I was told. So if it is, this should be all put back together. Injectors should be here Monday too, so I might even upgrade the injectors and put the ECU in, and you'll see both of that. I just want the ECU to be here. I just want this thing to run and drive right. Kind of like put everything else on hold, because I don't want to just keep dumping money in this if this thing like needs rebuilt or something, which it should just be the ECU. So I will see you guys in the next video.